What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining my channel, Robinhood. This is Bob. Today is May 23rd, and today, guys, I am excited to go over with you guys week 21 of my 52-week challenge. I am coming out with a brand new portfolio. Everything has changed, and I will go over everything with you. So let's get started. As you guys can see, my total market value did jump up a bit from last week. I'm sitting at $193,890. Just to show you guys, I am not adding a penny into my account. The last money I deposited was on April 9th. That was $185. I have not added any more money into my account since then. So if we do look here, of that, my equity is at $95,847. Margins I'm using right now is at $97,665. I did buy some crypto. It's not going very well, but I'm not too worried about it. I didn't invest too much into it. It's sitting at $377. If you guys have been keeping up with my video, it has a huge change to it. I'll do a quick recap, but let me just show you the stocks that I purchased after I sold all of my AT&T stocks at a huge profit. So I ended up buying back into AT&T on the dip. I actually bought 1,000 shares. I didn't go all in again, guys. I didn't buy another 5,000 or 6,000 shares. I'm testing the waters out with 1,000 shares at $29.07 average cost. I'm already up $950 with AT&T. So I'm very happy on where AT&T, not the company, but the actual stock itself has made me, how much money it's made me. I did buy back into Realty Income at $65.95. Right now it's at $66.58. So I am up a pretty good amount at $378. So I did buy 600 shares. So this is kind of the stock that I went to for a safe dividend pay, and this is also a monthly paying dividend as well. I did buy back into Microsoft. I bought an average cost of $243.84. So I'm up $114 here. I did do a video on Bumble. If you're not familiar with Bumble, it is a phone dating app. I bought it at an average cost of $40.13. It's at $40.45 right now. I bought 200 shares, so I'm up $64 here. These three stocks I'm down at the moment, but with Apple, I was up a pretty good amount, and then it dropped dramatically on Friday. So I got an average cost of $125.56. I'm not too mad at this because I sold Apple about a month or two ago at $133. So I'm technically up, and I'm buying it at a cheaper price that I sold it for. So I'm happy with that, but I'm down $26 with Apple. With Alibaba, this shot all the way up to about $217.50. So very surprised it ended up at $210. But my average cost right now is at $213.12. I'm down $279 right now. And then Tesla, I bought 300 shares of this, so I did end up selling 200 shares to buy all of these other stocks here. So I have an average cost of $584.06. So currently I'm down $507.34, but I'll show you on the weekly options. I am up huge on the option trading, and you can see here I got Dogecoin. I did fall for the hype, but I bought it at 34 cents. So I not only put about $400 into this, so I'm not too heavy in it. I may bring it up to $1,000 overall and just keep it. If it does go up past 60 cents or 70 cents, I'll probably end up just selling it and buy it back if it dips back down. So let's look on how my week went. It does change this a little bit because it is showing like today's drop. So today I'm down $37, and that's basically just with Doge. If we check the week out here, it counts Saturdays and Sundays here. So it's saying I'm up $2,634 for the week. If we check the month out, I'm up $13,098.12. The 3 month, I'm up $28,955. The 1 year, I'm up $43,403.93. And all time, guys, I'm up $36,255.59. That's up 60% of all time. So I'm very happy of where I'm at. And like I said, just for the year, I'm up over $30,000. So let's check out the stocks that I all have. Like I said, I have Tesla, I have Realty Income, AT&T, Microsoft, Alibaba, Apple, and Bumble. I do have a little bit of Doge. I do have one covered call here, as you can see. I did do a video on it. So I did sell a covered call with a premium of $515. It expires next week on Friday. So as long as it stays below 612.50, I'll be able to keep the premium, and I'll also keep all 100 shares. But if it still is below the 617.65, I'll probably let it sell and buy it back possibly, and just take the money and hope it'll drop down the week after. But I don't see Tesla going above 612 next week. But it is Tesla, so we'll see what happens. So let's look at the dividends and option trades here. So like I said, this is completely brand new here. So if you guys are not familiar with any of the dividends or option trades, I'll go over this with you. But let me backtrack real quick and just give a fast recap on AT&T. So if you guys look here, I did have 5,611 shares. So I did end up selling all of them on Monday just before it tanked. I did not know that was going to happen, but I did have a price at $33.50 where I said I would sell all of my shares if it hit that by year end. So if we look here, I sold 100 shares at $33.68, 100 more shares at $33.66, and then I bought all my contracts out because I had covered calls where I lost a lot of money on that, but I'll show you that in a bit. And then I sold them, the rest of the shares, the 5,411 at $33.59. So let's look at the weekly options first. So as you can see here, guys, I sold a covered call on the 14th at a $33 strike price, and I only got a $6 premium. I had 56 contracts. So I ended up buying them back. So I took a big risk and a huge cost to me to buy this back at $75.50 per contract. So I did this first thing in the morning on Monday when I could. I bought them back and I lost almost $4,000 just buying this back. So I did a quick sell covered call and the stock kept on kind of going up, but I made $108 off of this to sell it real fast. So I thought it was too good to be true. So I ended up selling all the shares at this time, which was a godsend, to be honest with you, because I would have lost about $20,000 or $30,000 if I would have held on to AT&T. So I got rid of all of my AT&T and I ended up buying Tesla. I bought 300 shares of Tesla, and as you can see here, guys, from the 17th to the 19th, I was selling covered calls here, all through Tesla, having all 300 shares. So on the 20th, I sold 200 shares of Tesla, and I bought all my other stocks that I went over with you guys. So if you look from here down, you can just see it's one covered call. So what I'm doing is I'm selling a covered call at certain strike prices, and then I'm buying them back, hopefully making a profit. So if you just look at Tesla here, the first covered call I did, I made $840, and then I lost $900, and then I gained $855, and then I gained I lost $855, and then I gained $1875. I mean, you could see here, guys, $600 I made, $600, $600. Then I lost $600, $840, $600 I made, $90 I made, $235 I lost, $130, $160, and then I lost $585. I lost $56, and this is all with Tesla, and this is all within a week. So I was very heavily invested in Tesla and selling covered calls. And then I did sell a covered call when I did get AT&T. So I did a $30 strike price. I got a $3 premium. I did 10 contracts, but it was so close to the $30 mark, so I bought it back for $1 each. Luckily I did, because it finished at $30.02, so I would have been forced to sell all of my AT&T shares back and have to buy them back. But I was able to make $20 off of this. Alibaba, I should have just let it roll, but Friday morning it was above 217.50, so it went down and I just bought it back because I assumed it was going to go back up. But I still made $36 off of this. Bumble, I actually did a covered call on this. I did one of them for $55, and then I bought it back for $55 because it was floating around 40.20 to 40.70. So I just bought it back to break even and just took the profits on the stock side. With Apple was a little erratic as well. So I did a buy call and I got a $16 premium. It shot all the way up to almost $28 as soon as I did this. So I bought it back for 40 because I didn't want to sell Apple right away as soon as I just got it. And then on Friday, I did a covered call for $126 with $15 premium. It did expire worthless, so I did make $15 off of that. I did a covered call with Microsoft. I got a quick $30 off of this. Realty Income, I was surprised they actually let this go through because it was at like 66 and someone did a $5 premium 6 times, but it went almost to 67.50. So I lucked out, but it did fall back on Friday. So I made $30 off of this. And I just had Verizon because I was jumping back between Verizon, AT&T, and Realty Income to see which stock to buy. And I saw Verizon was beaten down a little bit, so I did a buy call on this. It cost me $87. I did a $56 strike price, and it went up, so I sold it for $110. So I just made a quick $23 off of this. So it was a pretty decent, if you look at the dollar amount increase for a short term. It was only a day's worth of it. But after everything's said and done, guys, after all of this that I did, I ended up losing overall $573 in the weekly options. But I was in such a deficit. I was almost $4,000 down just to start the week off. So I look at it as a win because, like I said, it's $3,500 I made up from losing so much from AT&T. With Tesla, you can see here, I bought Tesla, and I had to sell 30 shares to buy some contract back. So I lost $175 here. I sold 225 shares, and I lost $2,319 with Tesla. But I'll go over with the options on there because I made money overall. With AT&T, so I sold 5,611 shares. It cost me $181,347. I sold them at $188,493. So off of this here, because I bought it literally on Friday back when I had to sell it, and it gained $7,146. So even though I lost on the option side up here, I gained on the stock side. And you can see here, guys, I didn't deposit any more money. So let's look at the long term. So I'm going to break this down for you because everything basically changed here. So if you look at Tesla, the reason why I'm going with Tesla, I believe in the company. If it's overbought or not, I still expect them to still go up higher in their price, even if it does fall a little bit short term. I think in the long run, they can easily get back to the 900s or even 1,000. But the main thing is the options. So what I plan on doing is selling covered calls, $500 per week. So I could make roughly, and this is kind of being safe-ish, even though Tesla can shoot up 10-20% in a week or a day, but this is probably going up about 6% increase that I can get at least $500 a week. And if I wanted to be more greedy, I could do $1,000 a week, if not more. Like I said, I made about $3,500 off of option trades with Tesla, but I did have 300 shares at that time. So if we look here, I could make at least $26,000 on the option side. So my total investment is $58,406. I could make 45% off this. So I'm already up with Tesla. But like I said, with Tesla, even if the stock goes down, I believe overall I can make more money on the options than the stock side if it does fall down. I don't think the stock will go down as much as I would lose on the stock than I would get on the option. Realty Income, like I said, this one is I'm just trying to do a safe dividend paying, and this is monthly paying. I thought AT&T was going to be my stock to have and the safe dividend pay, even though it's not 7%. Realty Income is not 7%. It's still roughly low 4s, which is still good, and it pays monthly. So if I have 600 shares, dividend of $2.82, my annual dividend is $1,692. And $30 roughly per contract per option that I can get. So I can get 6 contracts per month. I can make roughly about $2,100 on the options. So per year, I'm estimating making at least $3,852 and that's roughly about a 10% profit. Even though this is a little lower than I would like it, this is me playing it somewhat safe at a $30 premium. So that's what I'm planning on with Realty Income. And AT&T, I don't know how much I'm going to buy back because there's so many uncertainties with AT&T and the stock. Once it gives you hope, it just absolutely tanked. For all them long-term investors. I'm a long-term investor. I just happened to get out at the right time. It's not that I don't believe in the company or wanted to short sell it. It's just you have to have certain numbers where you have an exit strategy and entry point. So my exit was 33.50. It broke that and I sold it. My I wanted to enter at anything under 30 or 29ish, and it hit that, so I bought 1,000 more. So I bought 1,000 shares. Right now it's still paying its dividend, so it's still paying it till the merger happens, and that's going to happen. It's going to take probably just about a year for everything to go through. So at least we will still get our 7% dividend payout, for at least the rest of the year. So the dividend right now is still a great dividend. Even if they do cut it in half, it's still roughly about 4%. So I still, would hold on to AT&T. May not go all in like I did, but I still would hold at least 1,000 shares of AT&T. So the annual dividend is $2,080. I could make roughly about $5 per contract per week. So that's 10 contracts per week. That gives me $2,600 in option trades. So with AT&T, at least until they cut their dividends, I should be making about $4,680 a year. So that's roughly about 16%, which is not bad at all. Like I said, that's not including any growth. So if AT&T sees them going up, Tesla goes up, or Realty Income goes up, that's extra money. This is only option or dividend part. Microsoft doesn't pay a high dividend. It's $2.24 per year. So I can make $224. And even the option side, honestly, isn't the greatest because I'm not going to go too close to the strike price. It's going to be a little bit more out of the money that I'm used to. So I can make about $50 per week. That'll bring me $2,600 a year. So $2,824. And that would bring me just about 12% per year. But this is more of a growth stock, even though I think it is a little higher than I would like to have it. I think in a year it'll still be higher than what it's at now. With Alibaba, this is just a stock that's been really beat up, even though they still came out with decent numbers. They had a huge fine, but when I checked out the monthly or weekly paying options, that was what made me want to buy in. So with Alibaba, I could make roughly about $150 a week, and that is $7,800 in yearly option. So there's no dividend, but that's still about 37% profit just on options, and it's only $21,000 in the investment side. I could even do it safer and just do $100 per week, and that'll be $5,200, and that'll still be roughly about 25%. So it's a lot higher than the main ones that I have more money into percentage wise on the options, even though it doesn't pay dividends. So this could fluctuate, but right now $150 seems like a decent amount to go with, at least for the short term. But like I said, Alibaba went all the way down to 210. So I think they will go back up to the 215, 220 is pretty easy. So I may wait a little bit if I'm going to be a little more aggressive with the option trades. And Apple, also, they pay a small dividend. I get $88. Just doing really safe too. It's at $25 per week. I can make $1,300 on this. So it'd be $1,388. It's only 11%, but like I said, with Apple, this is also going to be a growth thing. I think it still is a little overbought as well, but they have a lot of things in the works. So I'm hoping that the stock side will go up a pretty good amount. And like I said, with Bumble, this will probably just be maybe a short-term stock, even though it is a good amount. So I mean, I was like, I bought 200 shares of this, but then 200 shares is still $8,000. $8,000 is nothing to sneeze at. So so this is just a stock that I bought kind of short-term just to see if I could get some quick money off of the stock and then a good premium off of this. So I'm waiting for Bumble to try to bounce up. I think it hit its bottom at around $40. I think it can easily get to about $42, $43, and then I'll probably do a $45 strike price, and I could probably get more than $100 if it goes up there. I could probably get $200-300 if it goes up there per option. If I make a quick, $1,000-2,000 off of Bumble in a month, I'd be more than happy to do that. But for the most part, if I did $100 per month, 2 times a month, I can make $2,400, and that's still a 30% increase. And doing $100 a month, it's at $40 now. If I did a $45 strike price in a month, I could still get a $100 premium for that. So that's what I found kind of crazy, that I can get $100 for the stock itself to go up $5. So that's 12% for it to go up, that I can make $100 per option. So that's why I went with that. So overall, if everything works out with the dividends, the yearly options, the total, I should make roughly about 25%. I'm still trying to hit my $15,000 first of my dividend option strategy. So once I hit that, if I hit that, then I will change it. I will see how the weeks have been going and then adjust it accordingly to what realistic goals that I can hit it. But right now, I'm still trying to get $15,000 on the dividend option side. So if we check down here, guys, on the stock side, if we look at the total of last week, was at 23,756. So if you look at the other, this is basically the AT&T, all the other stocks that I had, and the other stocks that I had, and the other Teslas that I sold. So I put this in other on the Tesla side, not the 100 shares I have, but the 225 I sold plus the other 30. So I subtracted it and added it, and I had adjusted a little bit just because the first 2 or 3 weeks of this strategy, I only did option dividend in this chart. I had a couple other stocks that weren't doing too well, that wasn't option, that I wasn't doing options or dividends on. So that was about $1,000 difference. So I just deducted all that in there. So on all the other stocks that I've ever had on here, I've made $27,408. So just on this week, I lost $507 off of Tesla. I gained $378 off of Realty Income. AT&T, I gained $950. Microsoft, I gained $114. Alibaba, I lost $279. Apple, I lost $26. Bumble, I gained $64. And over all of this, I've made $28,102 just on the stock side for 21 weeks, which is, amazing. Because when I'm doing dividend option strategy, I'm not adding in, obviously I want it to go up, but I'm not adding in this as a category of how much I want to make off of it because it's so uncertain. So this is the main one here. So the dividend option strategy here, you can see that with other was basically the AT&T one that I had before and the other ones that I've done prior. So I was down $3,784 with Tesla. Like I was saying, even though I lost on the Tesla side here, on the stock side, I gained $3,104 with Tesla. Realty Income, I gained $30. AT&T, I gained $20. Microsoft, I gained $30. Alibaba, I gained $36. Apple, I lost $9. Bumble, I bought it back and made nothing off of it. So I lost $573 off of this. So the total of dividend options before was $7,149. So I subtracted this from it. So if you look here, my margins I'm using, I keep track of all of my margins through the months. So May I had to pay $168, which is not bad just because in May I probably made 20 grand or 25 grand just in May. So using options, half of that would have been like $12,000 if I didn't have it, less money that I would have. So if you look here, guys, I have the total margins year to date is at $679. Total stock side, I'm up $28,102. Option dividend side did drop. Like I said, this is my goal to get this to $15,000. It did drop to $6,576. So overall, adding the stock option and subtracting the margin, I am up $33,999. So my goal just on the option dividend side is $15,000. So just being up so high on the stock side, I am very happy with. Like I said, it's $34,000 that I'm up. You look here, I have not added a penny in May, and I don't plan on adding anything. Probably if I added any money, I might start in July, mid-July. So I've added $12,000 overall on the deposited funds. But like I said, I don't plan on adding any more money. I do plan on getting a couple dividends from Realty Income and passing that on into different types of stocks that I want to purchase more of. So hopefully you guys liked this long drawn out video here of all the moves that I made. Please guys, if you guys find yourself watching this, please hit the subscribe, hit the like, comment below, let me know what you think. If you guys have a similar strategy or similar stocks, let me know how many stocks you guys have. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you.